Shalom, Yasharala. This is your brother Dawada, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for your Akim pushing this truth and sincerity over the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. So I want to jump into this here lesson real quick. Is basically touching in on Jacob's trouble and the time that's coming and dealing with these here women out here, as far as, our women out here being super proud or whatever, whatnot, in the spirit of, I don't need no man, Miss Independent, I can take care of myself and whatever, whatnot, but they don't have in their minds the understanding of the reality of what's really coming on this here earth, man. They think that they're all big and bad or whatever, whatnot, because in this society, the way this society is built up, all right, it's catered to women. Women, all they got to do is start speaking loud and everybody's going to start running to their aid no matter what they were doing or whatever, whatnot, We've seen plenty of videos and things like this where, a woman is antagonizing a man, spitting in his face, slapping him and beating him up or whatever, whatnot. And he go to put his hands on her. And when you read the comments, everybody's like, oh, where the real men at? Why they ain't stand up for or whatever, whatnot, And you have to understand that, even these women, they understand these things. This is why they know that they can do these things. Just like the so-called black woman, She get into these altercations with her man or whatever, whatnot. The first thing first, if you try to raise up or whatever, whatnot, or try to, say anything about her, she'd say, what? I'm going to call the police. Or I'm going to go get my brother or whatever, whatnot, But, hey, in the time of Jacob's trouble that's slowly approaching, none of these options are going to be out there for you, man. All right? So I'm going to play like one or two videos real quick and showcase these videos, all right? And this first one here is going to be, the shame for these damn women out here, all right? Because, they got to have this proud-ass attitude or whatever, whatnot, disrespecting and mistreating their man, especially a man of the Lord, man. All right. Hey, you think everything is going to be all fine and dandy, but nevertheless, things could change at the drop of a dime. I was looking for a different video about how this one chick was all super proud about how she had this job, well paying, taking videos and pictures of what she had going on or whatever, whatnot. And then all of a sudden, she lost her job due to the pandemic. All right. And she had just got a new place and everything, lost her job due to the pandemic. All right. Then wound up having to sell everything or whatever, whatnot, got another job. Lost that job, or she wound up getting raped and then called out of work or whatever, whatnot, lost that job and had to sell every damn thing, man. All right. But hey, these are, saying that to say this, that things can change at the drop of a dime, man. You think you plan and plot for everything, but that's the pride inside of your mind that's got you deceived. All right. But nevertheless, when dealing with this here Isaiah 4:1 situation, all right, this is what it's going to actually be like, because in those days, the men of the Lord are going to actually hold and have their power, man. All right, so all your pride and all that, I can do this and I can do that. I don't need no man. Hey, man, the men of the Lord will be like, all right, well, fuck it. Let your ass go on out there, whatever, whatnot. We're not going to be chasing women out here, man. These women are going to be chasing us, all right? The wise women anyway. But nevertheless, let's watch this here video real quick because this is how quick things turn, because our women like to speak out of their mouth with their pride because they know they have the so-called power in this society. But once the tables turn, they're not going to be able to say anything, all right? So let's watch this video real quick.
I don't understand why you tripping.
Because you always want me to cook for you 24/7.
Okay, but you my girl. You supposed to cook for me.
So, hey, in this here situation or whatever, whatnot, because, how the women here choose the men or whatever, whatnot, and, they kind of lead them along or whatever, whatnot, and so on and so forth. Now you have this here scenario about the flip tide, change tides, But nevertheless, let's watch the rest of the video. Let me finish off in this video. He wants her to cook for him, a server, whatever, whatnot. She's like, oh, I work or whatever, whatnot, which this is why women shouldn't have been integrated. If you want to be working and building on to something, do it for your own household. Work for your household first and foremost, man. All right. But she don't want to cook for her man. All right. And she's going to use that pride. Oh, you want to get a woman to cook? You better go find you a woman to go cook, right? So let's watch.
I work.
Okay, but you were off today.
Look, it's about to be 2021. If you want a girl that's going to be cooking for you all the time, you need to go find her.
Isaiah 4:1. And you see how quick, now obviously this is this was staged and everything like that, whatever, whatnot. But hey, through the spirit, that's what it's going to be like. She was all proud and, rolling her eyes and so on and so forth. You need to go find you this. And then she immediately stopped in her tracks when she realized that the man was the prize. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, if you don't want to be here, fuck it, you can go. These women are going to be coming to us anyway. You could be easily replaced. And once a woman realizes things like that, so if you were in, if we didn't have in divorce where the courts take everything from the man to give to the woman, if there was some like baseball player, football player, balling dude or whatever, whatnot, And this woman thought that she had to rule or whatever, whatnot. Hey, a lot of those women don't ever get out of line because they know that the man has all the money or whatever, whatnot, the power. And if she wound up leaving and can't take anything, then she right back down at square one. All right. So, hey, in this here video, you know, that was all throughout the spirit. She was talking all that junk, this is snap. But at that point in time, she was like, you need to go find you a woman that'll go cook for you. Right. And there was a woman that was there willing to serve him. All right. Because why? This is what it's going to be like in those days, man. All right. Hey, another scene I like to always speak about is the book of Eli, right? Where Eli rode up into that bar and he was outnumbered by the world's baddest gang at that time, or that area's baddest gang at that time. And, you know, the girl that was there, she was wanting to rolling with them for what? Protection, because, you know, they was the toughest people. But Eli himself wound up kicking everybody's ass in there, right? And she was like, yo, let me go with you. Let me go with you. She's like, nah, I don't need no extra weight. She was like, no, I can take care of myself and I'll even take care of you. Just let me go with you or whatever, whatnot, you know? This is what it's going to be like. You know, in this here video, it showcased basically the other woman found it or saw that she had a valuable man. All right. So what? She was willing to stick by that man and serve that man and do whatever she had to do to be with that there man. Whereas the other woman in her pride, you know, she was talking all that shit until what? She realized that she wound up losing her man. All right. Let me pause this real quick. All right, here's a quick little video that one of the brothers in the camp, another brother in the camp, Mayam wound up sending or whatever, whatnot, you know, showing this, I think it's a TV show or something like that. But nevertheless, this is what it's going to be like. All right, you'll hear the brother speaking in the back as well. But nevertheless, let's watch it.
Check this out again. Watch this. This is how Jacob's trouble is going to be right here.
You get lonely out there?
I like animals.
I get a little bit scared sometimes. Tell me something. Why is there a rule against women having guns?
See, why is there a rule against women having guns? Right now, a lot of these women out here talking about that. Oh, well, I got my guns, I got this and that, got that. But hey, but at the end all be all, man, straight manpower can overpower a lot of these things, man. And you got to have the guts to use these things, man. And what happened? You got your gun or whatever, whatnot. Let a man roll up on you and you know, get his hands on you or whatever, whatnot. You can't get to that gun. Then what? You see what I'm saying? This is what women don't realize until these things come to pass. But she's over here bothering him, and he's like, yo, bitch, leave me alone. And she's over here trying to figure out, making sure that she has her stability in line or whatever, whatnot. She's prying or whatever, whatnot, right?
Enough for the men.
Women need guns.
Not enough for...
Tell me something. Why is there a rule against women having guns?
Not enough for the men.
Women need guns too.
What for?
What?
This is Isaiah 4:1. Women have men for protection. Covering against the wind.
I want protection.
If you notice how her facial expressions changed from being scared or whatever, whatnot, then had the seducing eyes or whatever, whatnot, when she seen like, oh shit, he said, or she said, why don't the women get to have guns? And he was like, for what? She was like, for protection. She was like, well, there's not enough for the men. And she was like, what about the women? They don't need, she was like, you know, they need protection. She was like, they got the men to protect them or whatever, whatnot. Then she, you know, put on the little smooth eyes, like, oh, I want protection. You know, saying, hey, let me be called by thy name. All right. So let's jump into the scriptures real quick. This is Isaiah 13 and verse 12. It says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. And this is talking about the men of the Lord, all right, the elect, because ultimately only well, not to say only the men of the Lord are going to be delivered, because our women are going to be delivered as well too. But in a sense, only the men of the Lord are going to be delivered, right? Comparably to the two-thirds aren't going to be delivered, all right? And the rest of these nations, they can't be delivered, right? So the men that's going to be more precious than fine gold, the valued men are going to be who? The men of the Lord, all right? So I would make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir, all right? And gold is a metal of value, high value, all right? And so, like, you know how everybody in this time frame right now in this society, you know, basically money is you know, more or less like God here. You know, you have, you know, the dude with the biggest bag. You know, somebody had a song like that to say money make you handsome or whatever, whatnot, man. You know, the things that regular guys think about that attract women or whatever, whatnot. Oh, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm this, I'm that, I'm short, I'm you know, I got one arm or one leg or whatever, whatnot. You know, they think that they can't get women because of these things. But you see in the same scenario, these same type of dudes or whatever, whatnot, like your boy, somebody said this the other day, CeeLo Green or whatever, whatnot. He's not a very so-called attractive man or whatever, whatnot, but he can easily get these here women basically because he has the money, man. He has money and power. But in this point in time, all right, that's coming up, money ain't going to be able to save you and get you up out of these things or whatever, whatnot, man. All right, because like the scriptures say, only really the elect is going to be delivered. All right, so, hey, the so-called thing of value that's going to be in those days is going to be like how in this society money is, and if, you know, what's more valuable than money if you have raw materials and resources like gold. All right, that's what a man of the Lord is going to be like in those days, man. Just like we just seen in their video where she was asking about the guns or whatever, like women don't need guns. She's like, oh, we need protection. Oh, well, what's more valuable? You know, the man was like, well, no, they have men for protection. You know what's more valuable than you having a damn gun? It's having a man, because then with the gun, you got to sit there and have the right mindset to pull the trigger and kill a motherfucker, for one, which a lot of women really don't have that inside of them. Two, they got to have, you know, the expertise and everything like that. And what if they getting outnumbered? They, you know, they start freaking out and everything like that, man. So instead of having a gun or whatever, whatnot, what's more valuable than that in that day is going to be what? Having a man of the Lord, man. Because ultimately the Lord's going to have a hedge around the man of the Lord. And, I mean, hey, the Lord going to give us spiritual powers and everything like that. So, hey, man, no matter how many guns they have or bombs they have or whatever, whatnot, man, you know what I'm saying? The Spirit of the Lord is going to be covering the men of the Lord. So that's going to be the most valuable thing that there is out there, man. Well, for the women, for the men, hey, being in good terms with, first of all, being an Israelite, but being on good terms and serving Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, all right, is going to be the most valuable thing. That's what we over here striving for right now, man. Making our calling and our election sure, because why? We want to be found worthy to be delivered up out of here, man. All right, just like these women, like the scripture said, man gonna be more precious than the fine golden wedge of Ophir. All right, to us men, all right, not only is Yahweh, well, I'll say it like this: Yahweh, why Yahushua Bahashim Rakakwadash, the Father, the Son, and in the name of the Holy Spirit. That's the most valuable thing for us right now: faith and being in you know, being of that elect number. Because outside of that, you know, hey, it ain't gonna do you no good. You know, you can know all the precepts and this and that, but if you wasn't chosen to be delivered up out of here being a man, it ain't nothing you can do, man. All right, so those are the things to you know, that's gonna be valuable for the men. All right, and again, we need a man too, man. We need that golden wedge of Ophir, and that's gonna be what? Yahweh, why Yahushua, man. All right, so I'm gonna go from there to where do I want to go? 32. It's Isaiah 32:2. It says, a man shall be a hiding place from the wind and a covert from the tempest. All right, like the brother Mayam was speaking about in the second video. All right, you know, because she was like, the girl was like, we need protection too. And the guy kind of smirked and said, the women have men for protection. All right, and the men of the Lord have what? Yahweh shot for protection. All right, so it says, a man should be a hiding place from the wind, a covert from the tempest, as a river of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in the weary land. All right, so hey, the men of the Lord is going to be your covering. All right, your so-called hurricane shelter in the time of a hurricane, or your tornado shelter in the time of a tornado, man. All right, jumping down, it says, rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice, ye careless daughters, and give ear to my speech. All right, and so, hey, just like in that first video we was watching, the one girl had all her pride or whatever, whatnot, popping off. I don't need to do this and I don't need to do that, having every excuse to why she shouldn't have to submit to her man and serve her man or whatever, whatnot. Like, you don't want to do for your man, but when Jacob trouble come, you gonna want your man to do for you, man. All right, you know what I'm saying? But look, in these times, the scriptures say, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Because why? You have this here society to be on your side to where, you know, everything they promote, oh, you ain't got to listen to no man, you ain't got to do this and that, you know, you don't want to live with him, just pop some babies out by him, and we can hook you up on this here system where this nigga going to pay you child support, we'll give you governmental assistance, you pop out more babies, you get a raise or whatever, whatnot, man. Keep destroying these dudes and we'll help you out, man. Hey, but in those times and those days, man, that money ain't going to be able to help you, man. All right, you're going to need to be with a man of the Lord, man. Your guns and all these different things not going to be able to help you out, man. All right, it says, you know, this ain't the movies or whatever, whatnot. You know, you women thinking that you're going to be, oh, I got my little gun or whatever, whatnot, and especially don't even go out and go practice with it or train with it or whatever, whatnot. Like, yo, let's just say that there's, you know, there's a mass shortage of food. All right, and there's a angry mob robbing the trucks in the grocery store parking lot trying to get the food. How many of you women are willing to go out there with your little strap or whatever, whatnot, and with your game face on, with it in your mind, all right, I'm going to have to go in here and blow some motherfuckers' brains out and grab their rice real quick to go feed my kids? Who got that in their mindset or whatever, whatnot, man? What type of you women can, you know, put yourself in that mindset or whatever, whatnot, man. All right. It says, rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice, ye careless daughters, and give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. All right. Hey, so your so-called perks in this here society or whatever, whatnot, man. You know, in the time of Jacob's trouble, you know, you hear a woman screaming, getting gang raped off in her alley or something, getting robbed for her food or whatever, whatnot. Just, you know, like in this society, you hear a woman screaming or a sound of distress. All these men start running out to go and save this chick, right? But in the time of Jacob's trouble, man, there's going to be screams all over the place, man. People ain't going to be looking twice to go find, you know, see a little lost kid or whatever, whatnot, you know, screaming, crying for his parents. Ain't nobody going to stop for that kid in that point in time, man. You liable to lose your life, man. You see a woman getting beat or her walking out the grocery store or wherever the food is at or whatever, whatnot, coming out with her food and a gang of dudes is trying to take the food from her. What was that movie, The World of Worlds, with Tom Cruise, and they got in that van or whatever, whatnot. They tried to snatch the daughter up out of there or whatever, whatnot, take the gun. Hey, they was in dire straits, man. All right. So it says, tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. So, hey, man, hey, these women need to humble down because all their so-called perks in this serious society is about to go away, man. All right, it's going to be you know, a couple, you know, it's going to fall out a couple different ways. At first, you're going to have the haves and the have-nots, man. All right, right now, you're starting to see the haves and the have-nots being divided. You know, if you had enough money, especially like these Edomites, if you had enough money and enough food or whatever, whatnot, to sustain yourself when the economic collapse just wound up happening or whatever, whatnot, a lot of these Edomites are like, well, I got, you know, $400,000 or $500,000 or $1 million in savings or whatever, whatnot, food down in the bunker or whatever, whatnot. But, you know, a lot of you jakes out there working from paycheck to paycheck because we're under these curses, ain't got too much of stuff. And you miss a paycheck for 2 or 3 weeks and then your ass is out of grass, man. In fact, matter of fact, in the parking lot of my job right now, there's a family, a whole family, you know, looked like they was well-to-do, got a pretty relatively newer minivan or whatever, whatnot, you know, 2015 and on up minivan. They out there with signs talking about hungry, homeless, or whatever, whatnot. You know, got the mom, the dad, the 3 kids out there, whatever, whatnot, with a sign in a damn grocery store parking lot, man. All right, and these ain't just so-called your regular homeless people, man. These were people that were living in the house or whatever, whatnot, and so on and so forth, man. They got a modern-day car and everything like that, but at a drop of a dime, things just turn sour for they ass, man. All right, now just imagine if it was just the women out there, if it was just the wife out there, there was no man and the kids or whatever, whatnot, man. Let's say she looked a little good or whatever. You know, you got a lot of our women out there going to go get these ass implants and breast implants or whatever, whatnot. Hey, man, those type of women wouldn't be sitting outside their damn minivan with their kids and their daughters, you know, with a sign saying homeless, we need some food or whatever, whatnot, because they'll get taken advantage of real quick, man. Oh, yeah, you want some food, want some money? Come over to the car real quick and we got you. And then they just get snatched the fuck up, man. That ain't gonna happen, man. All right. So it says, let me go from here to, Micah 7 and 10. It says, then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, would say unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? My eyes shall behold her, now she shall be trodden down as mire as the street. So, you know, we have a lot of, you know, some of the brothers that's out there on highways and the byways have the women that disrespect them, you know, talk down on them or whatever, whatnot, don't put them in a high, you know, hold them as a high regard or whatever, whatnot. And, you know, and putting it like this, you know, because there's a difference in being oppressed versus being in submission, you know. Like, you know, what type of kid, you know, or teenager, you know, obviously it happens all the time, but in reality, that a kid goes over there trying to kill their parents and cuss them out or whatever, whatnot, not realizing that the parents is the one that's providing for the kids, man. You have to cut off your own life supply, man. But nevertheless, hey, in these times, you know, these women that's being all disrespectful and everything like that, man, they're going to get a rude awakening, just like in the first video, man. Oh, it's about to be it is 2021 now, but she says it's about to be 2021. If you want a woman to cook for you or whatever, whatnot, you better go find that bitch or whatever. That's what she wanted to say, man. All right, but then now all of a sudden, like the scriptures say, it says, then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which say unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? If you want a woman that's going to cook for you, you better go find one with that attitude, right? My eyes shall behold her, now she shall be trodden down as mire in the street. And that's what you were seeing being played out in the first video clip, man. She would say, oh, you better go find that bitch to go do that shit for you. And before she could get it out, she was already replaced. You'd be like, oh, I found her. She gonna help you move your shit, get the fuck up out of my house. Now what you gonna go do? All right, go try to trick another man and having him take care of you or whatever, whatnot. At the end of the day, you still being so-called covered by a man. All right. me go from there to Jeremiah 30:5. It says, "For thus saith Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace." Because, hey, since 2020 started last year, all right, this is the time that we've been coming into, the beginning of sorrows, man. Great famine and death, plagues and pestilence, man. These are the times that we're living in right now, man. All right, and all these people, all these women that had these so-called cush office jobs, making the bag and doing this and talking about you broke-ass niggas. You better get a job. I'm in human resources, this, and that. You better go get a job. Now all the jobs is all gone or whatever. What do they wind up doing? Resulting in selling their body on websites like OnlyFans and things like that, man. All these different types of sites or whatever, whatnot. Going to go find a sugar daddy or whatever, whatnot, man. All right, but they was thinking they was in a time of peace, but now they're starting to see the beginning of these things. But look, this year is gonna be way worse than that year, man. This year is gonna eclipse that year like everything, man. Have you realized how everybody's problems from before 2020, all right, all their problems, their debt and everything that they had going on, all the things that they complained about in life, they forgot about all those things, man. You know, oh man, this job that don't pay that much. I'm tired of this low-paying ass job. My boss getting on my nerves. My landlord be tripping. I got to pay these goddamn light bills and shit. All of those problems went out the window came 2020 because everybody was locked down. And you was talking about a low-paying job and a shitty boss. You ain't got no job now, man. You got to go stand in this long-ass unemployment line hoping that you're going to get an unemployment check, man. All right, you had to go fight in the grocery store for food and things like that, man. All right, now you can't go nowhere without, you all in fear, panicking, don't know what to do, great confusion, scared, don't know whether to take the jab or not take the jab. Out there lost, man. No hedge, no guidance, man. All right. It says, ask ye now, see whether a man doth travail with child. Hey, the second video we was watching, man. All right, about the dude talking about some men need the guns for protection. All right, it was men that was out there being scared because while other men was out there hunting their ass the fuck down, man. All right. Ask ye now, see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces turn to paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved up out of it. All right. Let me couple that with this here real quick. In the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 21 and 22, it says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be." And this is what a lot of people need to understand and realize, is that the times that we're coming into are going to be times that you can't plan for, man. You can't predict that these types of things that's coming down the pipeline. So it's nothing that you can really do to so-called prepare. This is why we spiritually prepare, man. All right, we're not so-called trying to quote unquote physically so on and so forth. But nevertheless, we have we're preparing spiritually, getting right with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. But nevertheless, how many people was able to prep for the pandemic coming, man? All their jobs being shut down. They was going to their jobs. Walmart open 24 hours a day, man. It's always been like that. Oh, but y'all wasn't prepared for them shutting down like that, man. All right, your restaurant has been in the town, been open for so long. Now they all shut down. Applebee's been around for so long. All these things just happen to change, man. Nobody was able to plan and prepare for those types of things, right? Because why? These was things like never was before, man, across the whole globe, man. You can't just move to a different place where you think things are going to get better at, man. All right. It says, "For there shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there shall be no flesh saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened." All right. So, hey, the only person that the Lord is looking out for in these times is who? The elect, man. All right. And we're going to close out with this here, Isaiah 4:1. It says, in that day, what day? The time of Jacob's trouble, man. These are the beginning of sorrows where we're coming into right now, man. There are still some women that's out there independent and doing their thing or whatever, whatnot, still eating and living well or whatever, whatnot. But hey, as you seeing that the rope is getting tighter and tighter around your neck, it's only going to be a short amount of time before your ass can't breathe, man. All right. It says, in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man. All right. And a complete number of women. They ain't going to be like, oh, no, to these men, I'm supposed to be the only one, They're going to be like, no, take me. You can have another wife or whatever. It's all good, man. We all could just look. It says, in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And that's through the spirit, that first video, because that woman was showcasing that spirit of Miss Independent. What you gonna do for me? I don't need to serve you. What you gonna do for me? You need to buy me spend a lot of money on Valentine's Day, give me a expensive wedding, buy me a new car, new ring, new jewelry, new bag, and all this and snap, but then you ask her something simple like make her a meal. You better go get your mama to make you a meal. It's 2021. You better go find you somebody else to go do that. This nigga want me to cook for him and everything like that. This is the spirit that the majority of our women are in, that pride that's covering them. But what are these women saying? It says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we, all right, the women, we will eat our own bread, all right, and wear our own apparel, meaning they'll take care of their damn self, and they'll take care of you as well, like in the movie The Book of Eli. She was like, look, let me go with you. He's like, I don't need no extra baggage. But, I mean, I'll help you out. Well, what do I need help with? I'll get you some water and get you some food. I'll be able to, so on and so forth, man. I'll serve you, basically what they're saying. Whatever you say, I'll do. But I don't want to go out there and have to deal with this shit out here, man, because this shit's scary, and I can't do nothing about it. Just like in the second video, the woman was asking, why is there a rule against the women having guns? If she had any kind of power, she'd be like, fuck the rules. What you gonna do about it? Who are you to say anything about this, man? If you want to take this gun from me, if you want me to give up this gun, you're going to have to take it up out of my hands. What you going to do about it? All right? Hey, and the same thing goes for men. Not speaking on the men of the Lord, but the rest of these men out here, if there's just one man out there and then, a group of a whole bunch of other dudes come up on him, what he going to do? Fight them all off or whatever, whatnot, man? This ain't the movies. All right? And this is why you're going to see people start grouping up, because it'll be a whole bunch of men or whatever, whatnot. But one man, yeah, he could do a little damage, but then what groups of these men, they could do a little bit more damage, But nevertheless, what are these women that's in this here spirit going to be able to do in those days, man? They're not going to be able to do anything but submit to a man of the Lord, man. All right? And, these women should choose their words wisely, especially in this time where we see all this here judgment raining out and coming down the pipeline and everything like that, man. Because one of the worst things that can happen for your ass is what? You talk a whole lot of shit disrespectful to a man of the Lord. Maybe you was actually with one. And like Micah said, where's your God at? Blah, blah, blah. Y'all always out here preaching. You spend more time with them brothers than you do with me or whatever, whatnot. I need you to be here and show me more attention, this and that. Fuck all that. You all disrespecting them and everything like that and whatever, whatnot. Talking junk to all her friends or whatever, whatnot. All right? The worst that you could do is be in that position so close to salvation, man. All right? And then all of a sudden, these times break out and then that man wind up leaving your ass. You like, oh, no, protect me. And he's like, nah, bitch, whatever. You go do your thing or whatever, whatnot. Or she over here following you or whatever, whatnot. And then the man might have to trade something or whatever, whatnot. And wind up giving this here woman up, man. All right. It says, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And what is that reproach, man? Being all proud or whatever, whatnot. Saying you don't need no man or whatever, whatnot. But these women are going to humble down and be like, oh, shit. We need that covering from the wind. We need that hedge around us, But nevertheless, I'm going to go ahead and close out with that. Lord willing, this here lesson was edifying unto the elect. Until next time, I say, call halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, I can push in this truth and sincerity over the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Until next time, I say, stay strong. Shalom.